Welcome to the 2021 DC Shorts International Film Festival. This is our 18th year. I'm Peter Morgan, the DC Shorts Executive Director. Our 2021 Film Festival is a hybrid festival offering both online and live film screenings, panels, free filmmaker workshops, and they're all kicking off this Thursday, September 9th, and running through September 19th. We have 95 films selected from more than 900 submissions, screening in 18 online showcases and 7 in-person screenings. Please visit dcshorts.com for the complete festival lineup, workshop registration, and to purchase tickets and passes. For in-person events, we are following strict COVID protocols, including proof of vaccination in order to enter the venues, and once inside the venues, masks must be worn at all times. The DC Shorts Film Festival could not happen without the contributions of many. Thank you to the filmmakers for telling your compelling stories, to the patrons for your unwavering support, and to our major funders, the DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities, the DC Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment, and a special thanks to our major sponsors for your generosity and support, the Bertelsmann Foundation and the Goethe Institute, Washington. Lastly, but certainly not least, thank you, Raedorah, for being here and conducting the Filmmaker Talkback. Take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you, Peter. And again, what a delight it is to share with our filmmaker friends from Madrid. Now, Mario and Laura, are you in Madrid also?
Yes, we are.
Okay, nice to meet you. And
Juan
your
Carlos.
interpreter gave me his name, but I don't think you gave me your name.
It's Juan Carlos Tellecha.
Juan Carlos. Thank you, Juan Carlos, for joining us.
Yes.
I would like first for Mario and Laura to introduce themselves and tell me their role in making the film.
Okay. Well, yes, we are the directors. Juan Carlos is the producer, and we are we are a team. And this we always say that I wish we never had to make this short film because it was a hard story. It was a moment very difficult for us, and we are a couple, and the story is about my father, so this is a familiar story. And well, we were the director with the support of Douglas and Juan Carlos and all the team, and that's it.
Oh, wonderful. That was going to be my first question. Was it personal? Because the moments were so poignant. How's your dad today?
Oh, we are very lucky, and he's very, very strong. Today he feels very well, and he is almost close, like he were before he went to the hospital and he left all this story. So he is very well. We can say he's very, very well today.
And how's your mom, other than very happy?
Yes, my mom today is the happiest woman in the world. So she is very, 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 very happy, and all the family. We still we can't believe this come to reality when all was lost, and today we can be together, and this is amazing for us.
It is. Did you have difficulty getting permission to shoot the stills and the live action in the hospital?
Yes, well, that's why, because we just can get in one person each from the family. So we need to share the information with the rest of the family. So the solution we thought that we can record this medical speech, and we can share after that with all of the family. So that's why we start to record these moments. And after all, we thought that we can tell my father his own story and the family story about this event. and we make this short film to show him this story. We met Juan Carlos and the team, and they thought it could be great to share with other families that they are feeling the same in all around the world. So that's why we started, and that's how it becomes a short film.
And it's not only timely and relevant, but it's universal. And that makes it so special, you know, personally, as well as I think our patrons will resonate with the story, you know, very well in this heightened sense of anticipation, loss, and then hope. The hope that is there was just phenomenal.
Yes.
Juan Carlos, is there anything you want to add at this point?
Well, as Maria said, they did it because they wanted to tell their family through the WhatsApp group, but also like the medical staff were so great with the families that were suffering this kind of thing, and we are very grateful to all the hospital staff and to the hospital, because they are the big part in a part the heroes also, right?
Yeah.
So yes, it's important that I think that we let that show know that the medical staff, like, they responded so well, and they like this film very much because it also represents a part of their lives that they did. Like, there was so much uncertainty at some point for them also, not only for the family. So I think it's great that they were so supportive.
Yeah, they are the heroes, so that's another reason to share this and put the value, put these health workers in the top of our grateful, you know.
Laura, would you like to add anything here?
Que si quieres añadir algo más.
No, está todo.
She says, okay. Sorry about our English.
No worries.
We are improving our English, and we try, but it's difficult for us.
That's okay. I appreciate this. I was part of the crowd cheering your dad when they wheeled him out day 57. Day 57. I was at that moment cheering and feeling the ebbs and flows of the doctor's report. And so I could only imagine what the family was feeling, your mother's moments. Did you shoot this on cell phone cameras, or did you have official production type camera?
No, we did everything with our smartphones. That's the only tool we had, because we were with the smartphone in the pocket, so was our way to record and take pictures and share information with the family, and that's how we made everything. That every shoot, every picture, every recording was from the moment when we live that. So that's the real life in this way. That's every picture, it was in this moment with the smartphone. That's
and I think it was really good having us feel it in real time, because you mix the stills with the action. And, we got a sense of the montage of the still shots with the narration over it. But then you gave us a break, and then we got to see, the movement and the action. And that was part of the hope, I think, that came across. And so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I had a question about the moment that we hear the sons, the grandchildren, all saying, "Hello, Papa."
Yeah.
Now, did I hear 4 sons or 3 sons?
Five sons.
5 sons. Okay.
And yes, and a lot of
Oh, wow.
children.
grandchildren.
Yeah.
What did you say, Juan Carlos?
A lot of grandchildren.
Lots of grandchildren, yes.
Yes,
and
yes.
that
9.
was the twins, but the twins that broke out laughing, those were adorable.
Yes, yes.
But to hear, to feel that generational love pulling him back from the brink is a type of intercession or prayer that I think is so valuable to a family structure. And so I got a little teary-eyed. Hearing the sons was like, look, Dad, you a warrior. You know,
Yes.
It's like, you got, I didn't realize it was just 5 guys. So he had to show back up, you know.
Yeah.
But that was the image and the moment that will stick with me. I am a minister, and when I preach, I can imagine myself using that part to communicate to others how important it is for us to speak that love, even if we're not sure whether or not they hear it, because he took a turn after that moment, you know.
Yeah,
and so that was beautiful.
Almost a miracle. So
yeah.
Yes, it was the only way for us to send some message, because even we can get in, but we saw him through the glass, so we cannot speak with him even when he was sleeping, you know. But that was a little recording between everything, with every single message from the family we want to say him. We gave to the doctor, and they put into the box, and we could, that's how we did it. And we are very grateful with them, because they say, yes, of course, we put into, and they put the play, and 2 hours of recording, and in booklet. So
loop,
it was a loop, you know. 2 hours.
On loop. I understand. On loop.
Yeah, and that's how we did it. Yeah, that's incredible, because after that, you can see that he get well or better, and it was almost, a miracle. And
you all were speaking breath back into him, and he got it, and and came, found the strength, to breathe. Now, is your mother in the medical profession, or did she just intuitively say that she wanted him conscious? Because at one point she said she wanted to make sure that he would be conscious.
Juan Carlos no sé.
No, está preguntando que si tu mamá es algún tipo de personal médico, pero creo que ella entendió que tu mamá pedía que él estuviera consciente. Pero creo que entendió mal. Creo que lo que tu madre quería era que él no se enterara porque estaban ya dándole paliativos, ¿no? O sea, porque ya le habían... ¿Quieres que le explique? ¿Quieres que le explique yo?
Sí, explícale, por favor, sí.
Okay. So no, well, his mom is not a medical professional or anything such, but I think maybe something got lost in translation, or you didn't get it, because what the mother wanted was, the doctor is telling her that things are going for the worst, and it seems that he's not going to make it. And she asked the doctor if he's going to suffer, because she doesn't want him to suffer. So she's asking the doctor if the father is going to feel it, if he is conscious enough to feel something. And the doctor assures her that at those stages they do anything possible, like morphine drip or stuff, but he doesn't use any actual treatment. He just tells they do everything possible to have him calm and as unconscious as it could be, because she doesn't want him to suffer.
Here in that's called palliative care.
Yeah, palliative care. That's right.
Care.
Yeah. That's
and so that's the the closed captioning, the subtitles, led me to think that she was requesting that they bring him back into consciousness regardless. But but that's amazing. That's definitely amazing that they had placed him in palliative care, and then the doctor comes back like 7 days later and go,
yes,
well, the oxygen is rising, and I mean, I'm cheering.
Yeah, that's
Now, whose idea was it? This is probably going to be my last, next to my last question. Whose idea was to edit it? Well, first of all, to title it 57 Days, and then to edit with the black screen, the red and, day, and then cut in, take us on the journey like that. That was very effective in making time pass, as well as holding us in suspense. So who thought to do the black screen transitions?
Yes, it was an idea that we had because we need some rhythm, to tell the story. And it was a very nice idea because everyone, we were blind, so the black, it was like our feeling in that situation, and the health workers as well. So that's why there are a lot of moments that we are in black, and the sound of breathe, the machine breathe, I don't know how to say, but the machine breathe. So
the respirator going,
that's the rhythm that we need to tell the story. So at last, our 57 days in 15 minutes, and we wanted to show and share the feelings, and that's how we thought it was a possibility to tell this feeling,
Successful. You did it. And I think our patrons not only are going to relate, but they're going to appreciate knowing the weight is as much a part, and the hope is just as much a part as the messages of grief we are bombarded with. Here, we get a breather of joy, and that's wonderful. So now, one last question. Have you produced the film before? Either of you, Mario and Laura and Juan Carlos, have you produced films before, or is this your first venture?
For us, it's the first picture, the first short film. We work in the creativity, visual world, but not in film and not in documentary. So that's the first time for us, and we are lucky because we had Juan Carlos and all the team from Dogland that they have a lot of experience in this area, so they help us a lot. And also we felt so free to make this surfing, and they were a great support and let us a lot of creativity for to create,
At what point did you know that you would make a film?
I thought, because the first time, the first day we had some short film that was 5 minutes long, and we showed to my father and Hernan Thin, another producer, at the same time, because they were making another movie film long about coronavirus, and we met Juan Carlos and Hernan at the end of my father in the hospital. We met, so we show him like, hey, let's watch what we live in that days, and if you like, you will understood better this family. And after that, Hernan and Juan Carlos told us that it was great to share with another families, to show the health workers as like in every places they are working, and that's I don't know. Yeah, I think That's all.
Oh, thank you for sharing. Juan Carlos, would you like to have the last word?
Well,
I mean, this has just been wonderful. Had we been in person,
yes, of
oh,
course.
I hope you feel the love that
Yes.
we would emit to you. So is there anything that you would like to add?
Well, yes. First of all, we really appreciate the DC Festival for having us. Also, as Mario said, Hernan Sin, who is the CEO of Dockland Films, and he's an experienced documentary filmmaker with over 20 titles. We were making a longer documentary, as Mario said, and we met with the Lumbreras family, and he was the one with the vision that told Mario, like, you need to do this, like really do it good, because they had hours and hours of WhatsApp messages between their families and audios and stuff. So we helped them like shape it into what 57 came to be. But as Mario said, like, we gave them all the liberty because it's their story to tell. So I think that's something that we at Dockland try to do, and I think we do it well. Like, put the truth in front of the project. So, like, you know, it doesn't matter if it's from me, from Hernan, from Mario. It's where the truth needs to be, and what we need to show for the truth. And I think that's what 57 days has: truth. All the emotions are true.
Yeah.
All the suffering is true, and the pacing that you said, when we edited, of course we have some limits, thinking of festivals or whatever, but we wanted to give it that pacing because I think it lets you think, like, all the information, you take it in, and then you breathe, and then there's another bit, and then you breathe, and I think that's I mean, like, we couldn't be happier with the outcome.
Well, thank you, Dockland Films, Juan Carlos, Mario, Laura. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. If we were in person, you would get all of our hugs and hospitality. And but thank you for sharing your film, and thank you for sharing this talk back with me.
Thank you,
I am
Raedorah.
certain that I have the same joy that our patrons would have had they been able to share with you in person. On behalf of DC Shorts International Film Festival 2021, thank you so much. And to our patrons, to our sponsors, and to our funders, thank you so much for your generosity of spirit and being part of our new virtual community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.